Good morning. A little bit after 6 on Saturday morning here, and we're on day 2 of the trade project. So like I talked about in the other video, we are trading a bunch of equipment that I don't necessarily need. Some of it's pretty cool. I think we're going to be able to use it. There's a cement mixer that goes on the skid steer, which I'm excited about that. I think there's a lot of applications we could have for that. The 150-foot platform truck is a very interesting piece. It's really big and bulky. I was looking at that thing yesterday and realized that like it was all-wheel drive. That was something that was kind of cool about it. It's an old it's like a government vehicle. It came from an auction, government auction, and like I was saying, they barely it's, you know, it's probably 25 years old, but it's barely been used. So kind of a unique piece that would be real unique uses for it. I figure, you know, tree guys painting up high on those hotels, things like that, will definitely come in handy for stuff like that. Today we're heading back out. We are going to finish what we started yesterday, which was the trenching and a few other things, and get the wire. We're gonna get that wire in the trench, hopefully. I want to get out there and get rolling because it's 100 and something degrees. So we're only gonna work till about 1 o'clock today. We were out there till 4 o'clock yesterday, and it was so hot and miserable. But yeah, my goal is to get out there, get as much done this morning, and kind of get things squared away, put away, packed away. We got to get the Mini X back up to Mammoth, and that's going to allow me to have the framers back next weekend, and we're going to frame up that tiny home. So I got to get some gas. Let's get to it. So he's also got all these trailers right here that we're trying to make a deal on with all those tanks on them. They're like eye wash stations. It's basically that it was all like safety equipment, and I think there's 16 of them here, but there's another like 10 or 15 coming, and we're trying to make a package deal, and I'm trying to get those for half price basically, and then I'm gonna put most of them back up for sale. I'd probably keep a few, you know, not a whole bunch, but they've all got those tanks on them. So if a guy was to take these and add a pump to those, you'd have a nice little water buffalo. And boy, I think you could probably get, I don't know what you could get, but I'm sure you could do pretty good. A new water buffalo, they're like 10 grand. So I'm thinking you get those for $1,000 a piece, spend another $700-800 to $1,000 converting it into a water buffalo. You got yourself I think those are 450s, 450 gallon tanks. I mean, you really got something there. All right, I grabbed this roll of wire. I'm gonna take it over all the way over to the other side so that we got a piece of pipe to go in that hole right there, and we're gonna set it on the bed of the pickup truck, and or on the forks, either one. Forks, or yeah, we could do the forks or that, and then we're going to unroll it. go do that. All right, so I got my wire. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the forklift, and we're gonna set up the forklift right here. We might, I don't know, might actually set it up right here, about the distance back that we want to go, and then we'll pull the wire all the way up to the panel and throw it in. And now we better set it where it goes. Yeah, definitely, because we have to cut it. So we're gonna have to, one building goes right here, where that trench comes in right there. It's kind of, that's not gonna be fun to, well, I guess you get one guy right here on the forklift, one guy on the other side of the fence, and another guy pulling. And we'll just kind of feed it. It's gonna be, that's a long run right there to that panel over there. So we're gonna get that in all the way to here, down through here, up, cut that. And then the other piece is gonna go back in over there and into the new building over there. So this building's gonna move here. We're building one right here. I got the lumber coming right now. So we're gonna get these old beaters fired up. I mean, this thing's an ancient forklift, but it runs really nice. It works really nice. But the problem with this forklift is there's no vision. Like these here are like so in the way, you can't see your forks. Like you can't see what the heck you're doing. That's the only thing I don't really, I mean, well, there's a lot of things I don't like about it, but I think he wants like $8,000 for this. So I mean, it's a deal at $8,000, I would say, but that battery sounded a little weak. It's a Cat back in the day. Caterpillar, this was the holy grail. Way high up off the ground. That's not good either. Now the new ones are way lower. But it's got side shift. It's got all the features that you want. It doesn't reach very far. I'm not even sure how far it actually will reach. But I would say it's probably like maybe 25 foot, maybe 30 foot at the most. And ours, the ones that we have, are 45 and 60 or 45 and 56 feet. So ours reach a lot further, but you know, there's a lot of jobs that would do just fine for. And I mean, if the dang thing will keep running at $8,000, you really can't go wrong. You really couldn't go wrong. We'll be taking that up to Rancheria Road. So as soon as we get done with this tiny house, we're building a 1,400 square foot caretaker's quarter up at this guy's ranch. He's got a big cattle ranch up. It's real close to it's right by the canyon, up in the mountains there. About an hour out of town here. And we're gonna build a 1,400 square foot house with the caretakers. And I can't wait to take you guys up there, because that's just a beautiful ranch that he's got. He's got cows and he's got the barn, everything. I don't know how many acres it is. It's a couple thousand acres that he has up there, and he's got a big compound and really nice house, shop, everything you'd ever want. I mean, I'd love to have a place like that someday. But yeah, it's pretty hard to get your hands on 2,000 acres with a 8,000 square foot house and a big shop and a paved road that goes all the way up to it. You're talking about some serious money. I'm just waiting for Mike and Clayton if I can get another hand out here. But what I am gonna do is move that. I'm gonna continue my trenching, and my battery's about ready to die, so I'm gonna have to put that on the charger for a little bit. So we'll see you guys back here in a couple hours. I'll show you what we've done. Woo, okay. Well, it's just me and Clayton out here today, so it's It's really a 3-man job, but you can see that he's pulling that wire as best he can. I'm gonna go over to the other end and help him. It's 300 foot of wire. So I'm gonna come over here. We'll figure out how much we need, and then we're gonna cut it. Need a golf cart out here. We need the Ranger. Wish we had the Ranger. All right. Let's see what he's got here. Okay, so we got our water and our power. You see we went ahead and did some separation there. And we got some marking tape. We're gonna put a marker tape on that power. One of those, it's like a aluminum or metal type tape. So when you're running a wand, you can know where the power's at. And his job, as soon as he gets everything separated all the way down through the bottom, all the way around, he'll start in the skid steer and start covering it. And I'm gonna go back and keep digging. We'll go take a look at that. All right, we've got the wire is run to there. Clayton's over there backfilling, that's good. I've got a pretty good start on this septic tank hole that's gonna go right here. I changed my plan because I had to change it today actually. And what happened was I got over to right here because the building's gonna set right here. And I got over here and there's some kind of concrete right here. So that's my sewer was not gonna work like that. And the water's gonna be fine, and the power, because that's all coming into right here, and that's plenty deep. But I was wanting to come across here with my sewer and then run my leach line out that way. That's not gonna work, so I switched up the plan. I'll have a building right here, another building right here, and then here's my shared septic. So I got the hole right here for it. It's almost big enough. I need to clean up that a little bit more, and then I'm gonna run a long trench, which I have my leach line material right there. I brought 2 rolls of it. Probably only need 1, but I went ahead and brought 2 just in case. And that'll be our leach area, which runs all the way straight down, right along the fence line. And I got my lumber, you can see, and I've been using the excavator to go crawl over the fence back and forth. It's pretty precarious to try and do that, but it's a lot better than walking all the way around. That fence is way over there. This gate's over here. And it's a long ways. So the Ranger would have been real handy to have out here, but like I said, we're on trade time here, so we've got to save money everywhere we can. And I'm still trying to have all this infrastructure in and still be right around the $5,000 to $6,000 mark. And that's where the real expense comes in, is I have to do one of these. And like I've said, I built this one, and I built 3 other ones. And for this right here, the lumber was roughly $2,500. And then I've got windows, doors. I got a roof to put on it. We're going with just some really cheap flooring. Cheapest stuff we can find probably. And I'll show you what these look like if I can get in it. That thing's like not wanting to do it. Man, that door was tough. I think this thing's settled. It has. This has been sitting here for like 3 years and it's never been used, if you can believe that. But here's the flooring that we did. We did some nice recessed lighting in here. It's got a bathroom and a vanity, and just a little, I call it a tiny home, but I guess you would say it's more of it's an office. It's an office floor, and then this is a 2.5 acre yard. So for $1,600 a month, you get the office, you get the yard under lock and key. He's gonna have 2 of these right here. These will produce $3,200 a month, if you can believe that. Plus you have to pay your utilities. So that'll be, that's extra. So that's a nice way to take a raw piece of ground. And I mean, you're talking $3,200 a month for these 2 pieces with $50,000 worth of infrastructure plus the fencing. So, you know, another $50,000. It's a good way to take a $250,000 investment. It's 5 acres total. He's going to roughly have about 250 grand in the whole thing. And he's going to be making $3,200 a month. And it's way better than dealing with apartments. You got people moving in, you got people moving out. I mean, this is the way to go if you're going to be in development and doing stuff like that. You got raw ground, and he's got the ability to, he's got 3 or 4 more of these 2.5 acres. They go all the way down, and they're all fenced. So once he gets these 2 done, he'll be calling, and he's going to want me to build 2 more. And then he's going to, you know, when he gets those 2 rented, he's going to want to do 2 more. But the good thing about the next ones is they will not be on, well, knowing this guy that I deal with, they will be on some kind of trade, and he'll be wanting to sell me some kind of piece of equipment that I don't need, and all that kind of good stuff. But we're having fun. You know, we took a chance with the trade thing, and we're gonna see. I'll keep you posted on how everything goes with that. Like, because I'm gonna keep some of the stuff, but my goal is to sell enough items where it covers my costs to do what I've just done here, and then it'll also possibly give me a little bit of profit and a few pieces of free equipment. So that's my little learning lesson for anyone that wants to go out and try and just do things, is make deals with people. And you know, there's always a way to make a deal on something, and if you can use some sweat equity to further yourself in what you're doing, I mean, that's the way to do it. You know, that's the whole way that I've done everything that I've done in the last, you know, basically 15 years that I've been doing contracting on my own. And a lot of what I've been able to acquire, both real estate and equipment, has been through sweat equity. It's not always just doing a job and getting paid. It's, you know, you got a guy like this where he's got more money than he knows what to do with, really. He's always looking to do some kind of an opportunity or some kind of improvement on some property that he has. And he's usually too cheap to, like, you don't want to give him a bid and he's going to say no. But then you can start talking about these deals, and then you can, if you're pretty sharp, which I hope I am, but you can work it, end up getting some equipment, getting, you know, and then you know, everybody's happy, he's happy, I'm happy. The next deal that comes along, you know, there's an opportunity to do even better on that one. So that's my little tidbit. I'm sure a lot of you guys that follow the channel and watch me are have done this too, and they've been doing stuff like this their whole life. Not a whole lot of younger people really watch my channel. It's believe it or not, mostly a lot of people that watch are older than me and retired, and I think they just enjoy watching us struggle every day. But you know, we try to make the struggle fun. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to digging, and hope you guys are enjoying this video.